Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we take boring financial filings and make them a little less boring, maybe even exciting. Today we're diving into FS Bancorp Inc. And let's just say they're about to give a presentation that might make some waves. So FS Bancorp Inc. is a company that's getting ready to chat with investors. They're not dropping a huge financial report today, but rather an announcement about their attendance at a conference. Think of it as a heads up in the corporate world. This filing is dated September 3rd, 2025. This means the news we're talking about is fresh off the press, specifically about what happens on that very day. Now, the really juicy part for us today is what they're actually sharing at this event. Attached to this report, you'll find what they call investor materials. Now, this is kind of like the cheat sheet for the people who aren't to be listening to FS Bancorp drone on about their business. It's what they want investors to see as their current pitch. Who's going to be there representing? Well, FS Bancorp. It's their president, Matthew Mollett, along with Kelly Nielsen, who handles their retail banking, and Robert Nesbitt in charge of credit operations. So the top brass in sales and lending are all showing up. Why is this important? Because these are the people who can actually talk about the company's performance and its future. Sending these specific people who can actually talk about the company's performance and its future. Sending these specific people signals that they want to talk numbers, growth, and maybe even some cool new tech they're using in banking. Let's just quickly touch on what kind of company FS Bancorp is. They trade their common stock on the Nasdaq, which is a pretty big deal. This means they're not some small, obscure company. They're on a major stock exchange for everyone to see. Their stock symbol is FSBW. This tells us they are a publicly traded company and therefore have to follow all the rules for reporting their business activities. So what's the big story here? It's all about communication and presentation. FS Bancorp is putting its key people forward to talk to investors at a special conference. This isn't them releasing a quarterly earnings report with all the nitty-gritty financial details. Instead, it's more strategic. They're choosing this moment to present their story, likely highlighting their banking services and perhaps how they're using technology to stay competitive. Think about it like this. Instead of giving you a full report card, they're giving you a highlight reel. They want to make sure the people listening at the Raymond James conference get the best possible impression of their business. This can be a really smart move. If they're doing well, this is their chance to shine and maybe even attract new investors or partners. However, since we don't have the actual financial tables from this specific filing, we can't really dig into numbers like profit margins or revenue growth in this particular report. What we can infer is their intention. By sending these executives to a Banking on Technology conference, they are signaling that they see technology as a key part of their future strategy. That could mean improved online banking, better customer service through apps, or more efficient back-end operations using cutting-edge software. It's important to remember that these investor materials are carefully crafted. They're designed to present the company in the best possible light. So while it's great that they're talking to investors, we'll need to wait for a more comprehensive financial report to really get a sense of their health. Are they acquiring new customers because of their tech? Is their lending business booming thanks to smart credit operations? That's the kind of detail we'd look for in a full earnings release. This filing is more about the how and the who of their investor relations on this specific day. It tells us that FS Bancorp sees value in this conference and wants to be actively involved in showcasing their business. It's a proactive step, showing they are engaged with the market. But here's a little tip from the world of Wall Street. Companies often use these conferences not just to share good news, but also to gauge investor sentiment and to get feedback on their strategy. So while we're given a glimpse of what they're presenting, the real impact might be seen later in how the market reacts or how FS Bancorp adjusts its strategy based on these interactions. In essence, this Form 8K filing is a heads up that FS Bancorp is out there making its case. They're putting their leaders on stage at a tech-focused banking conference armed with investor materials. It's a move to build confidence and communicate their vision, particularly in how technology plays a role in their banking operations. Now, looking at FS Bancorp from a slightly wider lens, companies in the banking sector today are really pushing technology. This isn't just about offering an app. It's about streamlining everything from loan applications to customer support. Banks that successfully integrate technology can often lower costs, improve customer experience, and gain a competitive edge. However, without the financial data, we're left to wonder about the core performance. Are these technological investments translating into real gains? Are they attracting more deposits, making more loans, or improving their efficiency ratios? Those are the numbers we'll be watching for in their future filings. This report is like seeing the invitation to the party but not yet hearing about the music or seeing everyone dance. To wrap up, FS Bancorp is making a concerted effort to engage with the investment community by sending key executives to a significant conference. They're presenting investor materials, which are essentially their talking points. While this filing doesn't give us deep financial insights, it signals their strategic focus on technology and their proactive approach to investor relations. We'll be keeping an eye out for their next earnings report to see if this conference presence translates into tangible financial results. What's your take on FS Bancorp's strategy? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more insights into the world of business and finance. And don't forget to join our Discord community. The link is in the description.